Hello YouTube, welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're doing Randy Moss, one of my favorite wide receivers of all time, and I believe is the second greatest wide receiver of all time. Randy Moss is a wide receiver out of Marshall. He's a Hall of Famer, 6-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, AP Offensive Rookie of the Year, and Comeback Player of the Year. Sadly never won a Super Bowl, but I'm pretty sure he played in 2. He played for the Vikings, the Raiders, the Patriots, and the Tennessee Titans, and the San Francisco 49ers. His best years were on the Minnesota Vikings. It looked like every year but one he had actually over 1,000 yards. And looks like he had 4 1,000-yard seasons with the New England Patriots. I looked up to Randy Moss greatly when I was a kid because, I was that tall, skinny kid just like him. I really didn't use my strength to my advantage because I didn't have much, just like him, but I used my speed and my hands. I never knew who the Vikings quarterbacks was at the time, so probably wasn't that good since they didn't do anything with it, but obviously made Randy Moss good. So, looking at the highlights that I watched before I'm reacting to it, he was always the dude who always beat downfield. Like I said, he uses height, his speed, and his hands. Always known to catch over people. That's why they call it getting mossed nowadays. Yep, catching right over somebody. Look at that stat line though. 5 receptions for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. That is insane. It sucks though, he never won a Super Bowl though. Great throw. Look at that. 3 receptions, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns. That is insane. Only 3 catches, but 163 yards. Dude, once he went for like a fade route, you know what I mean? Nobody was stopping him. His speed insane. Good judgment on the ball though. I love watching wide receivers because that's what I was. 17 reception touchdowns. Usually the average is like 10 for, superstar wide receivers in today's league. One-hander. Cunningham, okay. So quick and lanky though. He's like a giraffe. Oh my gosh! Just literally receiving the ball. People never always say don't catch the ball, receive the ball. Which kind of does make sense, but like you'd understand. You know what I mean? You don't want to go out and catch the ball. You want to just have the ball come into you. You're receiving the ball. It reduces less drops. And that's literally what he's all doing right now. Just letting it get into him. He's receiving it. He's a punt returner? I never knew he took punts. Only career punt return touchdown, so probably did not do it much. Oh, the way he's holding the ball. First career touchdown pass. Great throw. Chris Carter too. Look at that duo, Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Chris Carter is pretty good too. One of the best hands of all time. 7 receptions, 168 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dante Culpepper. So he actually did have some pretty good quarterbacks on the Vikings. And then, went to the Patriots, had Randy Moss. Then on the 49ers, he had Colin Kaepernick. And then on the Titans, I had no clue. And he was on the Raiders. I don't know who the quarterback on the Raiders was at the time. Maybe Matt Schaub? No, Matt Schaub was the Texans. Who am I thinking of? Wait, I have no clue actually. Who was the Raiders quarterback in like 2008? I have no clue. 7 receptions, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving the ball. 10 receptions, 171 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dude. Imagine the fantasy points though. That's like 25, 30 fantasy points. Looking like a quarterback, Mike Vick out there. I like the eye block though that he has. Look at that though. Jump ball, you're not competing with that. Gosh, dude. Reminds me just like Calvin Johnson. Well, I guess watching Calvin Johnson reminds me of Randy Moss. Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss. You know, notice they're great because they're really tall and lanky and fast. Well, Calvin Johnson was actually pretty big. Look at that. Well, guys, I'm ending that there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Randy Moss, top 3 wide receiver all time. I have him at number 2 behind Jerry Rice. But hope you guys enjoyed. I'm out, guys. Peace.